welcome to Trucking Along with Kiersey. That's me, your positive voice in trucking. This is part 4 of Prime Promotes Women. And this episode I wanted to talk about classes that Prime gives us and education that they give us, as well as community awareness projects they get involved in. There are so many amenities to Prime that I think that women would feel more comfortable coming into the company and coming into trucking if they knew that this is what was available to them. You know, one thing that's very intimidating, I think, for women is the idea of mechanics. You know, the mechanisms, the mechanics involved. What do I have to know? It's an automotive vehicle, basically. I don't know anything about repairs. I don't know anything about, none of that matters. It really doesn't. You learn it as you go, and nobody expects you to be a mechanic. That's why we have mechanics. That's why we have road assist people. You know, if you have a problem with your vehicle, you message your road assist like you would AAA, and they'll tell you what to do. They'll tell you how to fix it. They'll tell you where to go to fix it. They will tow you if you have to be towed. You have a flat tire, you blow out, they will make arrangements for a tire repair shop to come out to you for roadside assistance. So that kind of thing should not even be on your list of concerns. However, because Prime knows that we have concerns and they know that we want to save time and maybe we don't want to be, stuck at a repair shop, they have a mechanics class, but they teach you how to change the fuses and light bulbs, where to find the fuse boxes, and basic repairs. When it comes to the reefers, we have these fabric chutes that go across the top of the reefer that allows the air to flow. So they have these little pegs that we can tack those fabric pieces back up to the ceiling, and they'll show you where those are in the reefers. Sometimes we have these little clip mechanisms that break, and it makes our life a little bit difficult, but they'll show you, well, you just get this bolt and you put it in here, and so it's a class, and they even sell the tools at Prime that you would need for those type of repairs. Now, that's your choice if you want to buy the toolbox. If you don't, then you don't. If you don't want to make those repairs on your own, you don't. You take it to a TA or a Petro or a Flying J truck stop and you get it fixed there, or you come into a terminal and they fix it. So you don't have to be worried about that. As far as things like logs and hours of service, they have a class. The automatic transmissions, there's a class that talks about the different features of the automatic transmissions. There is an annual class that's a defensive driving simulator class that they have you take, that they want us to take it every year, and they pay us $100 to sit and take this class. It's $100 easy. You take the class when you upgrade to be solo because they want you in that defensive driving thinking. They want you to be looking far ahead. They want you to be aware of your surroundings and constantly looking in your mirrors. In addition to that, we do have a lot of amenities at the terminals that are kind of geared towards women. Right now, coronavirus has our salon closed, but it's a salon and spa. They do facials and wraps and hair and nails, and they have massages, and they have a steam shower, and I'm so mad that this virus has it closed. But we get rewards points that we can use there. This is one of the things that I think just draws women in and makes them feel more comfortable. It makes them feel more at home at the terminal. We also have a driver health and fitness coordinator, where we have a free dietitian, a free personal workout instructor. They have different videos of exercises you can do on the truck, around the truck, with the truck. They have armbands, they have push-ups and things like that. They have different programs to encourage you to stick to these guidelines, to these plans. as a company driver, they just started something where you can earn up to $800 a year following this health and fitness plan. So that's a great thing. They have a DNA test that you can purchase, and then our health and fitness coordinators can make up a diet plan and an exercise program that is geared towards your genetics. Because what works for you might not work for me. So, does it cost money? Yes. But is it available to us? Yes. These dietitians, these health coaches, they are available for us on the phone. And I'm pretty sure that they'll even do like a FaceTime type of app. We have doctors at the terminal. Not only do we have the sleep study lab at the terminal, but we actually have a Trinity Healthcare, which is a doctor. They are listed as my primary care doctor. And I know people will say, oh, don't ever do that. No, you know what? If my primary care doctor is their doctor and their doctor says that I got hurt and I can't work, well then guess what? They have to just believe it. There's no arguments. There's no, oh, well, can't you do, no. And I'm going to the doctor at the terminal, not using my home time, which frees up my home time to do my stuff. Close your ears, guys, because you might not want to hear this part. But I got a pap smear done at the terminal doctor, okay? They gave me a referral to go get a mammogram done. I'm guessing that most trucking companies wouldn't have that available, but even if they did, what other industry would have that kind of access for women? We also now have a chiropractor office in the terminal. You know, I'm shocked we don't have a dentist. That's going to be coming soon. I really wish we did. But these are just some of the things that I think makes life easier being on the road. We also have a Truckers Against Trafficking class that everybody gets, which is what it sounds like. You know, it brings awareness about human trafficking. Prime gives us out little cards and stickers to put on our windows, but business cards with phone numbers to call. So if we meet anybody out on the road who wants to get out of the lifestyle, or they come to you, I mean, as a woman in the bathroom, you could very easily meet somebody who says, I'm in danger, I need help. You know, if you see somebody that, you know, especially you see somebody who's really young looking and they're willing to talk, ask them if they're safe. The instructor that taught my class about this program, he was really, really moved. And when you see this guy, he's a big guy and he's got a big beard and, you know, he's kind of scary looking when you meet him. And then he talks to you about how moved he was when he heard the story about this girl that was rescued because of a trucker who called the police. And it was some kind of a human trafficking ring where they rounded up like 250 people or something. It was crazy, crazy amount, but so many kids were saved by one phone call. So because of that, Prime cares enough, not just about the drivers, but about our community. And they bring that to our attention where they want us to be involved. So I think that's an awesome thing. Something else that Prime does that's really cool is Harmony House is a shelter for women to help abused women. It gives them emergency housing and provides them with opportunities to get out of their situation. It promotes community awareness. So every year they do a campaign called I Care, and Prime sponsors the campaign, I believe. And here's a couple pictures of, there's a patch that everybody wears during the campaign that is symbolic of a black eye, and it basically says you're not alone. And something else that Prime does every year, they always do breast cancer awareness. They're always doing walkathons for the Heart Association. They always do family days, picnic days. We have incredible Christmas parties every year. And that's not to say that we need a big party, but it's more about the togetherness and the family environment. I'm at the terminal now, and I'm gonna be here for a couple days, and I already seen a ton of people just in the past 24 hours that not only know me, but know me fairly well. And it's not like, oh yeah, you're the one with the green truck. You know, it's like, hey Kier, how you doing? I don't know how many times I say it in the videos, but I'm not just a number at the mega carrier. I am a person, and they know who I am, and I know who they are. And trust goes both ways. I gotta trust my fleet manager, and he has to trust me. He has to trust me with that 75-foot long, 80,000 pound killing machine, and I have to trust him that he's gonna make sure that I get miles. He's gonna make sure that when I tell him this is what's gonna make me safe, that he's gonna make those arrangements. I have yet to be let down. Something about home time that a lot of people don't understand is home time is kind of flexible. You're never going to get denied for wanting to go home for Christmas or Thanksgiving or New Year's. You know, you can usually make arrangements. Even if you said, all right, well, I went home this weekend, blah, 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 and then in 2 weeks I need to be home again for something in particular. It's not like it can't be arranged. It may not be something that's going to happen every month, but it's something that can be arranged. You don't have to be fearful to say, hey, I got this eye doctor appointment and this is the only time they can schedule me, and I know that it's only a week after my home time or a week before my home, or whatever. Things get worked out. Teaming is also another option that women have. I found that some women feel more comfortable having another female teammate on the truck. A lot of people don't want to team. Being solo and running as a team, they each have their advantages and disadvantages. If you're one of those type of people that you would really like the job, but you'd feel more comfortable having somebody with you, then consider teaming. Or, you know, maybe you have a friend or a boyfriend or husband or whatever that, you know, if you got out here and maybe you could talk him into coming out too, and you guys team together, and that would make you feel more comfortable. Understand that trucking is no longer just for men. And some of the things that make it easier for women to come in now is that there are automatic transmissions. You don't have to shift. You know, the power steering and the power brakes, it doesn't make it hard like it was back in the 70s. So because of that, it's easier for women to come in. There's not a whole lot of really physical stuff you have to do. Do you have to climb up in the back of the trailers and put load locks in? Yes, you do. Do you have to climb on the back of the truck and, you know, put those load locks up in a rack? Yes. You know, you're gonna have to wind the landing gear up and down. Sometimes that's really hard, but there's help out there for that too, because either there'll be some guy there, you know, another driver there, that if you walked up and ask him nicely, he's most likely going to help you. Or you find a yard dog and you ask him to lift it up, and so you can lower the landing gear a little bit and then have him drop it again. You know, there's ways of doing things, and whatever hurdle you're afraid of, it can be fixed. We also have a lot of benefits as far as discounts at places, hotel discounts and car rental discounts, and like there's an online college where we get a discount. And we have a website for the driver health and fitness, and it talks a lot of different programs. There's even a list of all the different gyms across the country that have truck parking, which of course now with the virus, that's not helpful right now, but hopefully in the future that'll change and things will go back to normal. We have a driver advisory board, which I've recently become a member. Trucker Nene is also a member. Junior Honduras is also a member. So some of the YouTubers out there are members. I think one of the reasons that you see some of us on the board is because people have easy access to us. Drivers have easy access to us to say, hey, I need your help. You know, the driver advisory board, yes, it gives all drivers a voice, because they're on this board that meets several times a year with management and all the different safety departments and the sales department and tanker and reefer. Every department went through this meeting. I sat there between the head of security and the head of safety, like all weekend. And these two guys are like so incredibly sweet, and I got to sit there and ask them a ton of questions. I asked about personal safety, and I asked, what do you want drivers to do if they feel like they're in danger? And they said exactly what I said in that last video. Make sure you contact, security. They want you to contact people. The driver advisory board gives all drivers, company drivers, lease ops, owner ops, fleet owners. It also gives men and women a voice. They have people on the driver advisory board with very little driving experience at Prime, people that have had 20 years, and all the range in between, because everybody's perception is going to be different at different levels of experience and different divisions they work. All of these people getting together and coming up with ways to improve Prime, coming up with suggestions, coming up with just even little things that maybe would make lives easier for drivers. We discuss these things, and Prime acts. Are we going to get everything we want? No, of course not. But the stuff that we do want, that's really important, sure, absolutely. We're going to get the stuff that's really important. And we probably even get the little stuff that's not important. Prime wants us to be engaged and give them feedback. They think that engaged workers are going to be more productive, because when you put your time and energy, when you invest in the company, that investment pays off for everybody. Okay? And you're going to feel more loyal to a company that is investing in you. And that's really what it comes down to at Prime. Whether you're a male or female, it's really about engagement. So don't be afraid to get up and tell somebody what you think, what you suggest. Just do it in a way that's not aggressive. Don't go in demanding, pounding on somebody's desk, I deserve this. But if you say, hey, is there a way that we can make this happen? It's most likely going to happen. So, that it's just, I can't speak any more highly of the company than I already have. But between, the energy at Prime, between the family feeling, the engagement creates a family feeling. When you're engaged with other drivers and you're engaged with the management, you're going to feel like you're part of something. And when you're part of something, you don't want to leave. When you're part of something, you want it to succeed. I think that this is something that would actually help women make up their mind about, is this what I want to do? Because, I've met a lot of drivers over the years who have left Prime and come back. And they've done that because they feel like there was no better place. I know drivers right now who are going on getting laid off or going on unemployment because of the coronavirus, and they started at Prime and they went local, and now their local job is drying up. So now they're coming back to Prime because that's the only company they want to do over the road. So I hope this gives you a little bit more insight into Prime and the way it works here. And if you have any questions, make sure that you comment below, or email me, Instagram me, anything like that. I'm always available for people, and it doesn't matter if you come to Prime or not, as far as I'm concerned, as long as you're happy doing what you're doing. And don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody put you down. If you want to go to Prime, and don't let anybody tell you, oh, that's a crap company. If you want to go to Swift or whatever company, don't let people say, oh, that sucks. Go and do what you want to do. Make your plans, set your goals, and get it done. That's what you got to do. and the heck with all the rest of the people. So anyway, I want to say thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe, comment down below, and I hope to see you out here trucking along. Bye.